Everybody, welcome to Ask Admissions Live. We are in a new location. We're super excited, so hopefully you find this super cool. Got this really awesome LED wall behind us, like we're at a really cool, like Taylor Swift concert or something. I don't know, whoever you find cool. My name is Jordan Stevenson. I am the Director of Student Recruitment, and we are very excited to tell you about a new program here at KSU called Freshman First Flight. But to help me today, we're going to tell you all about this program. I have a special friend that's come on, so I'm going to let her introduce herself, and we're going to get into news from the nest.
Thank you, Jordan. I am Gloria Laureano, and I am Senior Associate Vice President for Student Affairs here at Kennesaw State University, and my office is located at the Marietta campus, where we're going to have the Freshman First Flight program.
That's right. It's going to be awesome. So no matter coming to the university, Freshman First Flight, if you're going to be on the Marietta campus or the Kennesaw campus, we are kicking you off on our really awesome Marietta campus.
We are.
So Gloria's going to tell us all about some of the cool things that you're going to do through Freshman First Flight today. But before we get into that, let's talk about news from the nest.
Sure.
So a couple bits of information for everybody out there. We are in a very special time in the spring semester. It is get things done time, right? You know, whether you're a senior in high school getting towards the end of your high school career and looking forward to moving on in life, or maybe you're out there and you're at a community college or another four-year institution and you're looking to transfer to Kennesaw State. We have some big deadlines that are coming up, so I'm going to tell you about those deadlines right now, keep you up to date, and make sure to give you some things that you need to do. If you want to come here to KSU, these are the things you absolutely need to do. So number one, our summer deadline. If you're looking to come for summer 2021, our deadline is May the 1st. So you don't have too much longer to get that application in, transition here in the summer. Summer's a great time to transition. I cannot, I need water on the stage. I should have already had my water. Transition, there we go. I need to just open my mouth is probably what it is. Yeah, thank you. It's a great time to transition to KSU. I like the summer because at least how I used my summers in the past, I don't know about you, Gloria, but I focused in on a subject area that I knew I really needed to focus. So for me, it was Espanol.
See, that would be easy for me because that's my native tongue.
So
for me, it would probably be maybe English.
English, gotcha. So for me, that's what I did, you know, and it allowed me to say, okay, I'm going to focus in. I'm going to spend my time, really absorb what I'm supposed to do here for this course, this discipline. So that may be for you. It may be that summer's a time for you to take some electives or to focus in on that one really difficult subject area. You know, another one I didn't disclose to you, Gloria, would be math for me. So math would be good, intensive over the summer. Or if you're just trying to get ahead, you're trying to get ahead in your studies and you want to have an easier fall, easier following spring, something like that. Summer's a great time to do that. So summer application, May the 1st is the deadline. And for summer, you need to have your documents in at the same time. It's not just apply by May the 1st and then get us your documents 2 weeks later, like most of our other deadlines. For the summer, it is apply by May 1st, and we need all of your supporting documentation as well. So keep that in mind. That is on our website under the deadline section to keep you on track. If you're interested in fall 2021, our deadline is June the 1st. That's an application deadline. That's for everybody except for dual enrollment. They have an earlier deadline. But if you're interested in coming, so that's for our seniors out there who haven't made up their mind yet where they want to go to school. So hear this now, the voice of reason, right? So as Gloria and I talk about KSU today and get you really excited about all the cool things that are happening here at KSU, we hope that you will put your application in. And guess what? You have the weekend coming up to do it. Many of you might have been on some kind of spring break or something. I don't know where you are in the country and if you even have a spring break, but now is the time to get this stuff done so that you can finish strong, finish high school strong, know where you're going to college for the following fall. So June the 1st, or if you're a transfer student out there, it's a great time to go ahead and get in because, let me tell you, we opened our orientations and the orientation registration earlier this year than ever before for our fall 2021 students, including our transfer students. So the big benefit for transfer students coming to orientation is that they get to register for classes after orientation. So that's a big selling point too. As a transfer student, yes, we know you've been in college, but coming to KSU, it's a new place. We want you to learn the right way to do things here
Yes.
at KSU. We want KSU to be as helpful and as open and accessible to you as possible. And you're going to learn all those things and start to connect with awesome people like Gloria through orientation. So sign up for orientation, but you have to be admitted first
Yes.
to be able to do that.
Yes.
Yeah. So there's a couple of deadline things for you. For financial aid, we have just an update for you. It's already been out there publicly, but we extended our scholarship deadline. So that's a really nice thing, really helpful thing for a lot of students. We have a scholarship application. It's called Scholarship Universe. And the original deadline was March the 1st, but we extended it until April the 1st to help our students out. So if you have yet to fill out the scholarship application through Scholarship Universe, please, please, please do this. I've been giving a lot of presentations because I work with the Honors College in undergraduate admissions. And so my phrase for that is don't sleep on the scholarship application, because I think that's what the cool kids say. I'm not sure. But at least people laugh at me, or they just nod their heads.
I don't know if that's what the cool kids say,
Yeah.
but we're
Oh.
going to go with it.
You could have humored me, Gloria. No, thank you.
It was funny, though.
Yeah, thanks. So that's my phrase. Don't sleep on the scholarship application, because of course you need your funds to go to school, right? You want to have everything in order earlier than later, right? Sooner than later. So fill out the scholarship application. You have now until April the 1st to do that. And then for FAFSA, if you've yet to complete your FAFSA for this next academic year, that's fall 2021 all the way through summer of 2022, get your FAFSA in as soon as possible. And then just an update, if you're out there and you've been selected for verification, this is an official process done through the U.S. Department of Education. You have until May the 1st. That's our priority deadline. So submit your documentation. That way our financial aid office can do your financial aid package correctly and get that information to you sooner rather than later. So there's some big things, some fun things that are going on in admissions. We have a virtual open house for each campus. So we have one for Marietta, one for Kennesaw. You should attend the virtual open house of your choice based on your intended major. So if you're going to major in something like electrical engineering or computer science, then you need to pick the Marietta one. If you're going to major in something like political science or nursing, you should pick the Kennesaw one. So those are coming up on March the 23rd and the 25th. They're going to be in the evening because we want students and families to be able to participate. And we're just going to make us accessible to you. So this is just another example of some of the things that we've been doing throughout the pandemic, this horrible thing we've all been going through, to try to give you better access to information here at KSU. So we're going to have about a 2-hour event, not too terrible. And you're going to get to hear from academic colleges as well as other campus partners here at the institution and help you make the wise decision, which we hope that for you is to attend Kennesaw State University.
It is always the wise decision to come to KSU.
That's right. Hooty Hoo. So that's going on. Those signups are available on our visit page, visit.kennesaw.edu. You can see virtual open house right there. Also, if you happen to hit the kennesaw.edu, just main website, you'll see it right there as well on the main website to sign up. So watch out for those. Exciting things start to really pick up in April and May. I realize this is a lot of news from the nest. But exciting thing, Gloria, is just like, you're so wonderful, by the way. You're just tagging right along with me. In April and May, we have tons of accepted student activities for you. You can participate virtually. We're even going to have some in-person options to participate. We're so excited to see some progress towards normal life again, right? Some return to normalcy. And so we're going to have some in-person accepted student events. I'm just going to tease you with them right now. I'm not going to tell you what they are, but I'm really, really excited about what we're doing. These are some things we've never done before. So really cool events that are going to happen in April and May. Watch out. Watch your text message. Watch your email. Accepted students that are out there. If you're not accepted yet, get accepted. Get accepted as soon as possible. Complete your application. Turn in your application if you haven't done it yet, because we would love to have you at one of these really cool accepted student events that we're doing in April and in May. And then tagging right along with the accepted student events, we're going to have declaration days. Now, I don't know if you remember, everybody, but we were champions last year, okay? And we beat the stew out of all these institutions that people recognize the name of, Alabama, Oklahoma, Florida State University, yeah, it's okay. The University of West, I'm glad we beat the stew out of them. University of West Virginia, some of all these big time schools, we beat the stew out of them in declarations from students that were excited to attend Kennesaw State University. So we are excited to do Declaration Days again. It will open in April, so watch out. It's all on social media. You declare that you're coming to KSU, you have the chance to win prizes. It's going to be really fun. It's a great way to engage in your future institution. Start to get to know other owls that are coming to KSU, and just let everybody else know that's in your network. This is where I'm going. I'm going to Kennesaw State University, so it's really exciting. So watch out for those announcements and participate. That's the best thing I can tell you. We want to be champions again. Absolutely.
We're going to be champions again.
Yeah. So I think the trophy this year will be even better than the one that we got last year. So that's what I'm hoping for. Knock on some wood. So, yeah. Okay, let's talk about freshman first flight. That's all the news from the nest. All right, so Gloria, really excited to have you here today. Tell everybody just a little bit about you. Who are you, and how did you end up in this super long title within student affairs? And what is student affairs too? Because when we think about, students are now aware of college. They've applied, hopefully been accepted. They're thinking about coming to KSU, but they may hear this term student affairs. And of course, we can put those two words together and try to figure out what it is. But what really is student affairs?
We are the fun people, but we're also the folks that are going to make sure that you stay here and that you graduate on time, because that is our goal, definitely. So think about it. If you think back to now that you're in K-12, high school, when you were in middle school, you had a school counselor, and that school counselor was really helping you maybe with courses, selecting courses, maybe a little bit of that, maybe some personal things. Well, we are that and then some, because if you also remember from school, from K-12, you probably had a dean on campus, right? And that dean was where you would go for discipline. Well, we have someone like that here as well, too, that does that too. So we are the folks that do everything from student involvement activities, where it's to connect with extracurricular activities like clubs. We have competition teams across both campuses. If you are facing some difficulty, we have, our counseling, our wellness folks as well here. We also have ways to get involved if you like sports, but you don't want to be part of one of our NCAA teams. We have sports and recreation, and you can do anything from, going to fitness classes to having a personal trainer assist you with your well-being and your health. Or you want to take a swim at the pool during the summer months, or you want to partake in any one of our club sports or intramurals. So we're the folks that do a lot of different activities focused on you. Everything from all those fun things to things that probably get you to think about, what you believe in, learning about other cultures, all those different things. So we're the fun folks, but we're also the people that are here to make sure that you graduate alongside our faculty here at the university. Who am I? I am Gloria Laureano. I have a doctorate degree. I did go to college to get to the point where I am here. And so my title officially is Dr. Laureano here. And how did I come into student affairs, and why am I in this long title? I guess I enjoyed working on campus. I enjoy life on campus. Maybe it's my mother's fault, because she used to work at a university back home in Puerto Rico, and so I used to go to the university all the time. But I am at the Marietta campus now. I enjoy this. It is our STEM campus, but let me tell you, our students are ready and they want more engagement. And I think that's one of the reasons why I chose to stay in this career, because I like to be there for our young students and help you. What you're going through, we all went through at some point, and so we're here to support you. So sometimes I would tell parents at orientation, your student may come and tell you some crazy idea, after their first week or first semester at the university. Just listen to it. They're going to come out of that idea eventually and come to realize that what you were saying is actually what they should be doing. So I get to listen to a lot of that and get to have fun with it. But also, most importantly, I get to help students, achieve your educational goal and ultimately the career that you want to pursue post-graduation.
I love that. Thank you so much. Yeah.
I love my job.
And we need people like you,
Thank
right?
you.
That love their work, love working with students, and we have tons of people that are like you here at this university. And and we know that the work that you and your folks do outside of the classroom, and many times inside the classroom too, but the work that happens outside the classroom absolutely affects what goes on in the classroom. To be successful in the classroom, we need students to be successful out of the classroom. So I just want to say thank you. I appreciate the work that you and your colleagues do, and we have wonderful professionals here at the institution. And I think it's through these types of collaborations that we have a program like Freshman First Flight.
We most definitely do. Yeah.
You know, this is a program, just so everybody knows a little bit more about the program, that President Whitten, this is her brainchild of sorts, right?
It is.
And so the initiation of this program, we were actually going to start this program last year, and then of course COVID hit, but we were preparing for Freshman First Flight 2020, and it just didn't happen, unfortunately, but that meant we were really well prepared for 2021.
Yes,
so
we are.
Throughout the pandemic, you and me and many other colleagues from across the campus, this is a truly collaborative effort to build a program that will allow our freshman students to come here to the institution and really get a jump start on not only their college career, but on KSU.
Yes. Yes, those 2 weeks are going to be very powerful. You have one class to focus on and one class only, and that's Econ 1000. And guess what? It meets their general education requirements. So that's double whammy there, right?
Exactly.
So you get started with your gen eds. It lightens up your load a little bit once the fall starts in August, like a week later.
Right.
And the other thing is that you get to be part of a lot of fun activities. We have planned a few things, a couple of trips for that one weekend that we have. We're looking at a Braves game.
Oh, all right. Go Braves.
Yes. And then,
which is super close to our Marietta campus, by the way.
It's only about 30 minutes, maybe, if
Oh,
that
gosh,
or less.
I mean, it's maybe,
Less?
you know.
25 minutes, maybe?
Less, yeah. Well,
it depends on traffic. 75.
Yeah, we always
you got
have
to
to
think
throw
about the
in
traffic.
a caveat.
Yes, yes. And then finding parking and then walking all the way to the stadium, right?
Right.
But it is a fun thing to do. Everybody here in Atlanta, I don't know who is not a Braves fan.
Right.
Okay. And so part of it is really to get you connected to the community that you're a part of. Whether you are from Georgia, from the metro Atlanta area, or you're coming from another part in the state or another part of the country, we want you to feel welcome and feel part of this community. So the Braves game is one, but then we have a couple of things that happen in downtown, and we have things that happen near downtown but opposite. But you know, it's Atlanta, so we have to think about the traffic and who we're gonna take and where we can take folks, right? And so to that effect, this team actually came up with the idea of the Atlanta Zoo and then Fernbank Museum. I have not been there. I have to go check it out.
Fernbank's so cool. You're going to love it.
Yeah. And then, of course, if you come to Atlanta, you have to go to the Coca-Cola experience. So that would be one of the options as well, alongside to go into the Civil Rights Museum. So again, lots of fun things. There's one more thing that we're working on that if it works out, you don't have to go too far. It'll be locally in Kennesaw, and it'll be in one of our facilities. And so hopefully that will happen, but I won't say anything until I have it actually ironed out right.
Yeah. Now I'm curious. You have now Curious Georged, that's what I say in my family. I'm going to Curious George you. You just Curious Georged me. Yeah, now I'm curious what that is. That's awesome.
It's a secret. Wait for it. I got to make it happen.
You've already talked about, I mean, some of the engagement that will happen in the community building that will happen outside of the classroom. And that's what I love about Kennesaw State. And I think so many families and so many students have whether the family's trusting their student to us or the students trusting themselves to us, we're in such an incredible location to be able to participate in so many different aspects of life and to be in such a diverse and growing city where we can have activities in the northern suburbs in Marietta and Kennesaw. You can go to a Braves game or other professional sports activities, and then we can go into downtown Atlanta, as we locals say, ITP. Inside the perimeter. You go ITP, then you're really cool. And
I used to live in ITP.
Did you?
I used to.
You're super cool.
I am.
I remember, so I grew up in Marietta, okay? And I remember, so my mom sometimes watches these, so maybe I shouldn't say what I'm gonna say. But anyways, I was told, don't go ITP. There were a couple times we went ITP, you know, from the suburbs, and it was, and look at me, I'm fine.
Of course, there
it was
you go.
great.
See?
But and that's really why we lived in Atlanta. I mean, we came down I'm from North Carolina. My whole family's from North Carolina, and we moved down here because my dad got a job in Atlanta, and from Durham.
Awesome. I know Durham.
Yeah. So no, it's exciting to be a suburban campus, but have close access to the city. To get all the things that come with being in a major metropolitan city and to have access to all the major industries and things like that, that our students are hoping to work within one day, but gives us the opportunity to, one, experience things and go and participate, but also have internships and job shadowing and co-ops and all of these really cool things that enhance in undergraduate education as well.
But it doesn't stop there, because those are things for that 1 weekend that we have in between those 2 weeks. But during those 2 weeks, we have partnered with our campus support, academic support folks. And so we're going to make sure that you pass out Econ 1000 class.
Yeah.
And so we're going to make sure that you have supplementary instruction, tutors available, as well as other tutors to help you be successful in that course. So that's going to be part of your day. But in addition to that, imagine you have the entire Division of Student Affairs and the folks that are here helping to program things for you events. So we're going to start with something fun the day that you move in on campus. And of course, you're coming to the Marietta campus. It's going to be really fun on the Marietta campus. And so we'll have something there. But you're going to have access to different things. If you've never been to the Wilson Student Center, you need to check it out. Actually, you need to check out both student centers, because we have branded these student centers and we're still working on them. So that when you come this fall, you're going to get to see a lot of things. And you, if you are in this program, you'll get a first peek at it.
Yeah.
So
that's going to be really cool.
That'll be really cool. So aside from Scrappy, that is on both student centers, both student centers have game rooms. And so the game room at Wilson Student Center, I have to say, they're rocking it. Okay, that's where we have a whole station for esports. And so I'm telling you, even through the break, students were coming in to enjoy. I don't know what they're playing, because I don't know anything about it, but they were having fun with it. And so we do things like ping pong tournaments. You mentioned it, we have it available to you. So there's game room available there, of course. The recreational facilities, both campuses have, the Betty Siegel Center here, and then we also have the Wellness and Recreation and Wellness Center over at the Marietta campus. So lots of things to do, lots of fun activities that are being planned. Anything from either going kayaking maybe, to going on some, trying out things in the fitness area, to just some fun events to get you engaged and get you connected to folks, so that in those 2 weeks, you'll pass that class with flying colors. And then you'll have a little break in between, and then you start the fall, and you've got one class out of the way, while your other friends still have all 4 or 5 classes they register for the fall. So think about it. It's a great opportunity.
This really is, you're going to know campus so much better than the student. And it's 2 weeks, but it's because it's such an intensive experience. You're going to come into freshman first flight, and you're going to be a pro at KSU. So you'll tell all your friends that just went to orientation and then came, in August. You'll say, oh, no, here's where you go for this. This is the best way to get to this spot on campus.
Agreed.
It's going to be so cool. Well, I do want to drop the dates for the program, and then I think we've got some questions from folks. So this program, Freshman First Flight, you've done such a good job of describing it. Thank you, by the way.
Thank you.
Starts on July the 26th. And you're going to go, like Gloria said, it's a 2-week intensive program, lots of things going on. And then the program will end on August the 6th, right? And so you will have had your freshman first flight, and you are ready for the fall semester to officially begin. So excited to have students coming to do this program. Let's see which questions we've got.
Okay, so kind of piggybacking off of that, on the 6th, so those students, will they get to move in early to their regular dorms on both campuses? That's the question.
We are working with housing so that they could either drop off early and then go wherever they need to go, or depends on where they are. If they're local, then they can probably go home and just drop off things, but they should be able to set up the things in the room.
Right. And we're like Gloria said, this program is on the Marietta campus. We'll be in Hornet Village, which is a fantastic residence hall, fantastic spot on campus, and right there by Stinger. So yum, yum, yum. And then if you're going to live on the Marietta campus, right, then you're there on the Marietta campus. You may be in Hornet Village, you may be in somewhere else. But if you're on the Kennesaw campus, it's only 10, 15 minutes up the street. So not too bad to get to our Kennesaw campus. But yeah, there would be 2 move-ins essentially, depending on where you're going to be.
We have parents excited. I had one parent email one of our coordinators about it. I'm like, no, don't worry about it, I'll take care of it. And the parent's like, sign my student up. I was like,
Wow.
well, the student has to sign up.
Right, right. Well, and this, that makes me think about it. Okay, let's not throw parents under the bus, right?
No.
I myself, though, have a student in college, and love her to death.
Yes.
But when it's time, it's time. It's time to go ahead and get on with your college life and take that next step. And so I think many of the parents we talk to, they're very excited for their student to take that big step.
And we need them to do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this is a chance to do that even earlier, right? So other parents out there, you heard Gloria,
Nudge them.
Yeah,
nudge them. We have a way of nudging our kids. I had one.
Yeah.
I mean, I still have her. She's already done with school, though.
Yeah.
All right, we got a lot of questions, a
Okay,
lot of good
cool. Wow.
questions too.
Exciting.
Okay, so is First Flight intended for out-of-state students, or do you also recommend it for local students?
All of the above.
Oh,
Yeah, all inclusive, anybody. So please consider participating in First Flight no matter where you're from.
Okay, awesome. All right, what is the cost for First Flight?
Great. It is $1,100 for First Flight. So one of the great things that we're able to do through this program is if you're going to use financial aid to pay for your fall classes or any semblance of wanting to use financial aid, grants, loans, work-study experience, then you're going to have access to your financial aid to pay for First Flight.
yes.
So that's part of it. Also, if you're an in-state student in Georgia and you're HOPE eligible or Zell eligible, then HOPE or Zell will count towards the tuition for that econ class. So econ class is a 2-credit-hour class. So your tuition portion, if you're Zell pays 100% of your tuition.
Yes.
If you're a HOPE eligible student, HOPE pays 90%, and that will go towards the cost of First Flight.
Yes.
So when you look at everything you're getting through this program, it is a super intensive, awesome community building program that helps you jumpstart your career at KSU, connect with other students, and knock out an academic class. It is incredible. It's incredible that we were able to get it to this price package as
Yes.
well. To be able to live on campus, eat on campus. So this
Yes.
includes your textbook for the econ
Yes,
class.
it does.
It includes your meals, it includes your lodging, it includes the rest of the class. If you're Zell, if you're HOPE, then if you're Zell, nothing else. But if you're HOPE, the other 10%. And then your trips and the different things, the activities
Yes.
that you're going to do as a
Yes.
student.
Yes, we're going to cover that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome. Okay, what will the students' daily schedule look like? How much classroom time each day?
Very good question.
Yeah.
Class is early in the morning, but not too early. So they're going to start around 9 a.m. in that 9 a.m. block. Class is only going to be for about an hour and a half. Every day, Monday through Friday. And then soon after that, you'll have open activities. So we'll have a schedule for you to look at, but it'll have supplemental instruction time with tutoring, and of course the fun activities. But we also put in there block times for you to do lunch, for in the morning for you to do breakfast, and in the evening for you to do dinner. So you'll have all of that available. So there's no excuse that there's nothing to do. There's plenty of activities for you to be engaged in. But again, class in the morning, and then tutoring could happen in the morning, but it could also happen in the evening because we have to be flexible, and not put it all in one way.
Yeah.
So, and that allows for us to do some activities during the day as well, to take advantage of the daytime.
Right. Yeah, and what a beautiful time to come to school, too.
Oh, God, yeah. It's really cool.
Okay, so it'll be hot, but that's welcome to, life in Georgia.
Yeah, but you're going to be at the Marietta campus in Hornet Village, and
Yeah.
there's like lots of places to walk around, and there's a nice breeze that flows on my campus.
One of the things I love about the Marietta campus is all the trees.
Yes.
There's a lot of trees. It's a wooded campus.
Yes.
And so it's got this kind of picturesque
Yes.
feel to it. Lots of great places to set up hammocks for all the hammock people that are out there.
Yes.
And if you're not a hammock person yet, I think college is the right time to get into the hammock life.
And we have that amphitheater space there
Yeah.
that is nice, like next to the library, that
Right.
people can you want to bring your blanket, just lay there and read a book, that would be perfect as well too. So even if you don't stay on the Marietta campus after this program and you come back to the Kennesaw campus, there's no problem with that. You can still come to Marietta. There's a bus that takes you from in between both campuses. You can come and hang out in the Marietta campus, or you can come over here and hang out in the Kennesaw campus.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Okay. Do I have to apply for housing to participate? And is everything included, including the cost of housing in that fee?
Right. Yeah, good question. You do not have to apply for housing for the fall to participate in this program. So let's say you're a local student, you planned on living at home, but you want to participate in Freshman First Flight. That is doable. That is absolutely doable. The one thing you absolutely have to do before you can sign up for Freshman First Flight is you have to sign up for summer orientation.
Yes.
That is the one mandatory thing that you need to do. So make sure you sign up for summer orientation so that you can sign up for Freshman First Flight. Ultimately, this program is run through our wonderful folks in new student programs. So you've got new student orientation and transition. This is their baby. And they know how to do it right. So this is the home for this program.
Do you know that they get a discount if they do this program to go to Owl Expedition?
That's right.
That's another plus of doing this.
Nice
Yeah,
plug.
yeah, and that happens after Freshman First Flight,
Yes.
so it's a good spot in between. So if you want to just keep the party going,
Yes.
yeah, you can sign up for Owl Expedition. I think it's a 25% discount.
25% discount. And if for the young women who may be interested in any one of our Pan-Atlantic organizations, that week after is Pan-Atlantic recruitment. So you would already be here, so you just move into whatever residence hall you're going to be at, and then you do your Pan-Atlantic recruitment and go through that process. And we'll look forward to having more young women join our Pan-Atlantic
Yeah,
group.
that's awesome. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Great
that's
point.
great. And Alex is in the comments from New Student Programs supporting this as well,
Cool.
giving a lot of that information.
Yeah.
So, okay, so what if my student already has taken econ? Are there any other options?
Now, unfortunately, this program is set for the Econ 1000 class, and right now we are only looking at that one course.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, if we will be on the Marietta campus for fall 2021, can we use the room we will be using for fall 2021?
I think that's a question for housing. I think that would be likely that they're going to assign them nearby if they're not in the same place. So that's something that I think housing can work out, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Becca, I don't know if we have housing in the comments there, but we
They're there.
recognize that, right?
Yes,
like
we
that's
do.
logical.
Yes.
That would be incredible if you could
Yes.
just stay in the same
Yes.
room. It may not be guaranteed, but we're going to do our absolute
Yes.
best. So if you were going to be in Hornet Village, if ultimately that's your room selection, if that's your residence hall, then we're going to absolutely do our best, but not a guarantee.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, do you have to live on campus to be part of Freshman First Flight?
It's really important
great
that they're
question.
on. That's a great question.
Yeah.
It's really important that they stay on campus. But we'll need to. We can probably check with.
We'll talk offline.
Talk offline
yeah,
about
yeah,
that.
and
We'll talk
answer
offline.
the
We'll
question
answer
in
that
the
later,
chat. The way the program is built is that you're
Live on
supposed to live on campus. Like we've had our meetings, we did anticipate
Yes, we
this
did. We
question.
did. We did.
But we recognize too that there may be some people that are not ready to do
Yes.
that yet. Depending on how you feel with what's going on with the pandemic. So we'll have a conversation after this, and we'll make sure to update the chat. Yeah, good question.
All right. Will the first flight interfere with the 2-week architecture program?
Ooh, that's a
Wow.
question we're going to have to ask
Ask
for
for
architecture.
architecture, yes.
Yeah, good question, though.
Yes.
The summer intensive that architecture does, it's a very good question. So we'll ask architecture. We'll post the answer there.
Yep.
We may even be able to find out an answer before this whole thing's over. So, because it's incredible how fast information moves.
Yes.
Okay.
Text somebody, Becca.
Okay. Okay. Let me get my phone.
I don't have my phone here, so
I'll text Mayor. Okay. Can you choose your roommate for freshman first flight, and how many roommates or how many students per room is it?
Good question.
That's a good question.
We're getting good questions,
Yeah,
Gloria.
Really good
Look at
questions, and they're
depth
not
that people are
stopping.
thinking about.
They are.
Freshman
They're-
first flight.
Which is good because they really
yeah.
want to know. These are the important things for them to make the decision. I think we should check with them and see what process housing uses. Every university housing does a different way of assigning students to a room. And I always have my advice, and I was told this to my own daughter when she was looking at moving on campus, which was her freshman year, is, try not to move in with a friend, because sometimes you realize that you may not be good friends afterwards.
Yes.
It's one thing to be friends, another thing to live with your friend. And so, but I'm not saying anything. I would say let's just reach back to housing, make sure that we understand how they're going to assign them, and then you can post that.
Yep, there we go. Gloria, I'm living proof of that advice, by the way.
Are you?
Went to college with my best friend. We roomed together freshman year. Let's put it this way, we did not room together sophomore year. So, and we're still friends today,
Yeah.
but not nearly like we were in high school. So different friendship. You know, when you wake up to somebody eating very loudly at their desk, you know, like in the old traditional dorms that we had.
Yeah.
Yeah, you grow to hate somebody really quick. I'm just kidding. Or am I?
I don't know. are
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
My daughter had the same situation, but not on campus housing, off campus.
Off campus, there you go. Yeah.
I didn't say anything.
We could swap horror stories.
Life. Yeah.
Okay. Will students get full credit for this 2-week course? Also, is it very fast paced?
It is going to be very fast paced, and you will get credit for this course. The purpose for picking this one particular course, and we're actually picking a faculty member to teach it. This is not some graduate student, doctor, nothing against that, but we're picking a tenured faculty member to teach this course, and it's going to be fast paced in 2 weeks. But you're going to have all the support that you need to do this. The faculty are going to help us. They're helping us right now to select the students that will serve as SI leaders or as tutors for the students in this program. So what I would say to you is, whether it is this program or when you start in the fall, make sure that you do connect with academic support, whether it is supplemental instruction or the tutoring, because I am telling you, if you use these resources, which are free of cost to you, then you are more likely to be successful in your academics. And we, the fun folks, like for you to be successful in academics, because like I used to tell parents all the time, if your students have too much fun, then they become non-students and they become just guests of the institution. And we want you to be successful. So again, make sure that you do connect with the academic support that we will have available. It's free of charge for you to help you. And you are the top students that are coming here. Those top students, you are going to get good use and good support from those tutors.
This is very similar to what we were talking about when we started this whole live session, talking about the summer and like focusing in on one subject area. It's kind of the same thing. It's just even more intense. It's a 2-week time period, but it's essentially the same thing. So you're going to come out an econ whiz at the end of these 2 weeks.
Which is important these days.
Right, absolutely, yes.
Okay. They just keep coming in.
I love it. I love it. Keep these questions coming.
Can students bring their car for freshman first flight to campus?
Yes, you may.
Awesome.
Easy answer.
Okay. What are the next steps if I guess she's speaking about her student. So if their student is interested, how and where do they sign up?
Oh, perfect. Look at this really cool LED wall. If you don't know, it's not a giant TV. It's called an LED wall out there in the audio-visual world and the cool people. The website is right. This is the start of the website. So we've got the website posted here on Facebook, or if you're on YouTube, you can see the website for Freshman First Flight. The sign up is right there on the website. So you scroll down under this really cool picture. There's actually a gold rectangle-ish, shape, geometric shape that's right. Right
there it is.
Right there. Click on that, and that's how you're going to start your application for Freshman First Flight. So we already have applicants, Gloria.
We do?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
We have quite a few applicants. So I don't want to scare people out there, but this is an exclusive thing. I mean, we're not going to have 1,000 students doing Freshman First Flight. This first year, we are limited to 300 students. So if you're out there and you're hearing what we're talking about today, and this is exciting for you as a student, or you're that parent that is saying, look, this is the best option for my student, then do not delay, or as I said earlier, don't sleep on the application for Freshman First Flight. You need to get it in as soon as you're ready to commit, and you can do it right there on the website. So a lot of the things we've been sharing right there on the website. Costs on the website, fun activities that are going to happen on the website, Econ 1000 on the website. So check out the website and it will help you.
And we will always continue to update that website once the schedule is up for all the programming, so you'll see all of that ahead of time.
Love it, love it.
Awesome. Okay, is there a financial benefit to doing Freshman First Flight? Other than like the value for what you're getting. I mean, let's talk about everything you're getting for that cost and using financial aid.
Major ROI, return on investment.
Major. And you'll get to do fun activities that our students, the rest of the students in the fall will not do. I mean, we haven't planned any Braves game yet for the fall or the spring. when they start playing again. But you'll get to do a lot of fun things ahead of your friends and that they don't get.
Yeah. I think the main thing is what you said earlier,
Yeah.
is you take this 2 credit hour class, intensive over 2 weeks, and then you start the fall. And if you want to take 15 credit hours on top of the 2 you've already taken, then you're absolutely welcome to. Or you could take 13 credit hours. You could take fewer credit hours and have just a kind of smooth, maybe smoother fall semester, and that way you've done a full fall. You've done your 15 credit hours.
Yes.
You're just spacing it over this one extremely mini-mester and then the regular fall semester.
But I have to tell you, having taken classes like that in the summer, or as when I was doing my doctoral program, sometimes when you take those classes in that intense manner, because you're seeing the subject every day, it becomes like a habit, becomes part of you. And so it is actually, it's possible. If we weren't doing this if we didn't know that you were going to be successful.
Absolutely.
So we want you, our president wants all our students to be very successful. And so that's why the partnership, the collaboration that this program has.
Okay, we did get a little interest on OWL Expedition. What is OWL Expedition? And can you mention the discount again?
25% discount, OWL Expedition. You want to talk about it or you want me to talk about it?
You can talk about it.
Okay. So really cool extension of your orientation experience, if you can think about it. It's off-site. So we've gone to different places. It's usually, I'll say it the way that I would say it. It's out in the woods. It's very, Alex and Brandon, don't take offense to this. It's campy, right? You're going off. And really, it's a time to get away and get to know each other. The people that are participating in OWL Expedition, you get to know your flight leaders, the students that we have here at the institution that are joining OWL Expedition to really be your future mentor, your future partners here at KSU. So you go off-site together. I think it's 3 days, 2 nights. I usually get that whole thing mixed up. 2 days, 3 nights, 3 days, 2 nights. I think it's 3 days, 2 nights. Yes, thank you. That you spend, and you can read more about it on the orientation website, New Student Program website. So check that out. But OWL Expedition is a neat way to really begin to, I always talk about it this way, build community, right? It's the way that you get to know people a little more in depth, know more about yourself, which is so important as you're coming into college, transitioning to college, to better understand yourself, and be ready to engage as a student, engage in the activities that we have, engage in critical learning that happens in and outside of the classroom. So that's really the essence of OWL Expedition.
They get into leadership development, and so this is great because getting to know yourself first, and then seeing how you interact with others, and then you can take that experience from OWL Expedition, and then you can be part of any one of the programs that we have in our student leadership and service area. They have more of those, student leadership development focused programs. Again, all of these things are to help you develop those skills that are going to be very important, and parents love this, and you students love it too, because upon graduation, you want to be able to land that position, that job, that career that you want. And so all of these experiences are going to be helpful to you as you prepare to go into the workforce. But even before you do that, because they want to do co-ops or internships, and so you get to talk about how you have managed being a leader, what leadership skills you can bring to a position in addition to the content that you will bring from having been a student here at KSU.
Well said.
Thank you.
They just keep coming. I feel like I'm just like a robot today. Sorry.
Love it.
Okay.
Robot Rebecca.
Robot, yeah. Becca the bot. Oh my
Becca
God.
Bot.
Okay.
Ooh, wow.
That's pretty good.
We got some good names now.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Okay. Thanks, everybody.
When when is the payment for freshman first flight due, and is there a payment plan?
I don't know the answers to those questions. I'm so sorry, folks. Those are great questions. Those are very valid questions.
They are. I think when you go up to the website, you'll see the information in detail there as to what the deadline is. I don't know about a payment plan, but that's a good question that we can ask our colleagues.
Yep.
So if you're using financial aid,
Taking care of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Financial aid takes care of
that'll
things.
kick in.
Yeah. So
Doesn't
always
go
pay
check the
attention
web.
if you get financial aid, always pay attention to that financial aid once you accept your award, and see how things are being paid, and see when you have anything left to pay.
Awesome. Okay. Are the social experiences optional? In other words, could a student take advantage of the 2-week class but not participate in the other events if they have other commitments, etc.?
If they have other commitments, you know, we don't force you to have fun with us, but I'm going to tell you, you are going to want to have fun with us because we have in student affairs, we have a bunch of creative folks, staff that are dedicated to looking at ways to find what is it that students really want to do and really get you out there. And I'm going to tell you, from taking classes intensively during a summer or even during the regular semester, you need a break. So if you don't want to partake in those things, that's fine. You know what? If you'd rather go to the Rec and Wellness Center and use the weight room area or use some of the machines and work out there, or if you just want to come to the game room, hey, we always welcome students to the game room. And I don't know if you knew this, but Wilson Student Center, we have lo-fi music playing all the time in that student center. And so
get you in the mood for gaming.
Yes,
yeah, okay,
thanks to the students and Jennifer Tesh, who is a graduate from KSU. We have that lo-fi music. So if you just want to sit somewhere and relax over the student, we welcome you in the student center, and you get, you get to see me. I mean, I get to go around and say hello and see what's going on. But if you want to hang out somewhere, rather than, do any of those social activities, you can. And to be honest with you, a lot of the fun activities are going to be indoors sometimes because we do a lot of things in the student center. So, it's your choice, but, we don't want to force you. But you're going to want to be there.
Yes.
All right, next question. Will this class that you register for count as summer or fall registration?
Fall. It will count for fall registration. Good question.
But you have to sign up for summer orientation.
Well, the summer orientation is for fall. So it's transitioning new students happens over the summer.
Got it.
For the fall semester.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I know that's confusing, and I should just say orientation, but for some reason
it takes place in the summer.
Yes, it happens during the summer.
Ooh, okay. Okay, so if Owl Express is already saying that they're registered for this class that's being provided, does that mean they were accepted into the program?
Well, I don't know. You better check with your mom, check with whoever did this for you. Sounds like that might be the mom that Gloria was working with.
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean,
stumped you.
Theoretically, I can assume, but we're not. I cannot answer that question.
Somebody signed you up.
Yeah, we will ask. We will confirm that you are officially into this program. So, Becca, I assume you can see make sure we have that person's information,
we can go back to it.
And we will respond directly to you. So if there are other people out there that have the same question, you can either post it there in the chat, or you can DM us, direct message us, whether it be through Facebook or through YouTube. You can message us there, or you can message us even on Instagram, and we'll grab it there as well. Or you can email us at ksuadmit@kennesaw.edu. You can also call us on our helpline, which is 470-578-INFO. Really cool, 470-578-INFO, and they'll be able to help you out as well.
Okay. So this one is, how will this help Kennesaw students get to know the Kennesaw campus better?
You can get in your car or get on Bob and drive up to the Kennesaw campus.
You get free reign over the entire campus when we don't have many people around. So if you want to just explore, you get to explore around because, we're a university, we're going to be open. So there's going to be folks here on campus. We have people from student affairs that are planning activities for you. So you get to know us. You get to ride the bus. If it's, I think they're going to make it available during that. I believe they're going to make it available during that time. So it's up to you. College is about exploring, not only exploring the major career that you want to pursue, but it's also about exploring where you are and getting to know people. That you're going to be probably, spending some time with during the 4 years, right, that we're going to spend here. Or maybe 5 if you're in a different program that requires a little bit more. But it's a time to explore and learn about other folks. So this would be a great time because you know what? There's going to be likely 300 of you around here, all in the same campus. So you've got the opportunity to make 299 new friends, right? And so pick one and then walk around campus and just enjoy it. You know, just enjoy being around.
And we haven't mentioned this yet, Gloria, but you're going to know each other. We're going to give you a really cool T-shirt with
true.
very special, exclusive first flight branding on it. So you will know, okay, whoa, I remember, you know, so-and-so from first flight. You're going to see them in other student groups on campus. So it's going to be a neat way to recognize each other as you go around through your freshman year.
First T-shirt.
There you go.
Yes.
Yeah. If we haven't already sent them one from admissions.
Your second, maybe.
We sent out a bunch of shirts.
Your first is an admitted, registered,
Yeah.
and they're the inaugural class, too.
That's right.
You'll
That's
be the
right.
inaugural class. You know how fun that is? Inaugural class.
That's something on your resume.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, that's
I was in
awesome.
the inaugural freshman first flight.
Yes.
That
FFF.
student said, LOL, she signed herself up.
Oh,
Lol.
awesome.
Good for you. Ahead of the game. That might have. Oh yeah. Sometimes that happens. You're just in the zone and you're like, I know I got to do these things. You know, and you just get them all done. Forget you did it. Yeah.
Good for her.
All right,
Yes.
rock and roll.
Awesome. Okay. Is Econ 1000 a requirement for most majors?
Yeah, it's a core curriculum option, core curriculum class. So yes, absolutely. And as Gloria's mentioned it, and I think is even just as you think about the world today, really important to have this kind of academic knowledge no matter what you're going to do in life. So I still sorry, this is the best association I can make. Sorry, folks. I think you know me if you know me on here. So I was a business major for a time in my undergrad experience, and then I took a sociology of religion class and fell in love with religion, and so I went to study religion, and so I switched my major, yada, yada, yada. Here I am, 16 years later after graduation working in higher ed, and never been unemployed. Always a win for the religion degree. But during my business career, I took macro and microeconomics. And the best thing I remember from a professor was a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. Economic principle, right? You got one bird in the hand, it's worth the two that were in the bush. So now nobody's out there hunting for birds right now, probably. Maybe some of our students. But I've used that with my own kids many times and my wife, much to her chagrin, I'm sure. But yeah, it's a great principle, and I learned that from economics. Right? So
My daughter was a business major.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. What social distance?
Becca's
Don't
like,
laugh
"Move
at
on."
me. Don't
Bird in the hand. How many times have I heard this bird in the hand story?
I could repeat it, but it's okay. What social distance measures will be put into place? Are the numbers limited and social distancing encouraged for this event?
The university has been very, very serious about enforcing CDC guidelines, and so we continue to look at them. As a matter of fact, I know that as we prepare for the fall semester, the cabinet members, those are the university leaders, are looking at everything to prepare us post this pandemic, what this will look like. And so definitely we will follow whatever those guidelines are. Right now, if you come to campus, everywhere you'll see 6 feet distance, you'll see, well, they get a mask anyway, so we're still giving out masks. And so we still are enforcing those things. There's hand sanitizers everywhere. So we're doing everything to follow those guidelines. And so the reason we chose Marietta is because we can do that. So even when we get the 300 students in this program, we'll be able to house them and give them the proper distancing in the spaces that we have available there.
Yeah, and if you want to follow everything that Gloria's talking about, you can go to coronavirus.kennesaw.edu. We can all spell coronavirus now.
Yes, we can.
I don't even have to spell it out. Probably have to spell Kennesaw more than I do coronavirus. But coronavirus website, all of our updates go through that website. So if you want to see all the work that we're doing on campus, it's all posted there on the coronavirus website.
All right, we have 5 minutes left. If there's any other points you want to make, the questions have ceased.
Okay, awesome. Any final words, Gloria? Something you want to drop in here?
If you are unsure about coming to KSU, stop thinking about it and make the decision and come to this campus.
Love it.
Because I have been for almost 4.5 years now. And this is a dynamic institution, and students get to do a lot of things that I haven't seen at many other campuses. And so make the decision, come here, The folks here are ready to receive you. This is like you have a whole team. If you were ever into sports, you have coaches everywhere. Which are the people in student affairs, your faculty, the academic advisor, the administration. Everybody is here ready, and they want you to be successful, and they want you to come here and be part of this wonderful institution. And we want you to find your wings when you're here. So Scrappy's bucket list, keep it in mind when you come over.
I love it. Oh my gosh. I have to follow Gloria. That was extremely well said. Thank you, Gloria. And I think you're talking about the innovative nature of this institution, right? And it's really in our core.
Yes.
And President Whitten has said, and you've already mentioned this as well, President Whitten's outlook on students being successful, that when she came on board here a little over 2.5 years ago, said students will be the center of our universe. And that has absolutely played out as we have worked and struggled and thrived through the pandemic. As students and families have continued to trust their futures with us, and we take that very sacredly. We take our duty very closely to heart in how we serve our students. And I think you can see it exemplified in Freshman First Flight.
Yes.
The innovation and the things that you've talked about. This is a program that we really felt was going to be powerful for the students that chose to participate. And we promise you we are going to give it our absolute all here for this inaugural class.
Yes.
So I'm excited that you are a big part of it. I'm excited for the things that you and your team are doing to really complete this experience for students. And so if you are interested, please apply.
Yes.
Please apply. Gloria's already did my job of doing recruitment, so I love it. But so absolutely come to KSU and join us for Freshman First Flight. It is going to be a really neat experience, and you are going to be well prepared at the end of that 2 weeks with new friends, with a new understanding and sense of ease for this institution and the way that you can navigate KSU. And you're going to be well prepared for the fall semester, the true fall semester. So we are excited. It's a great time to be at KSU. And Gloria, we are going to end the way that we always end. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being my friend here at the institution and being here in the incredible Bailey Performing Arts Center. We were in Morgan Hall, really neat with the cool LED wall. And we always end with allies and a Hooty Hoo. So will you do it with me?
I will do it with you.
All right, here we go. Thanks, everybody. Hooty Hoo.
Hooty Hoo.